Hello friends, today I am going to teach you a simple mandala bookmark. For this I have taken a paper of the size 8 inches. It's a little above 8 inches by 2.5 inches. So to begin marking the patterns, first of all we need to make grids. Now when we make any kind of mandala, making grid gives it a more neater look, so that the patterns that we use comes very symmetrically. There is no error in the symmetricity of the pattern. So it's always recommended that when making a mandala, the grids are plotted first. So for this, since it's a rectangular piece of paper, we simply need to have a ruler. There's no need for a protractor for the design that I am going to tell you today. For others, of course, if it is going to be a circular pattern, then you do need the protractor. So let's begin by making the grids. I am first making a border of 1 centimeter. So I'm joining the corners. So the 1 centimeter has to be equal in all the corners, otherwise it wouldn't look symmetrical. So this border is optional. You could either make this border or skip it, but I prefer by making a border. So we will be making a double line across the border, so that the patterns that we are going to make hereafter are more clearly visible. So I have made a border all around the paper. Then we will measure the size of the leftover space. So it's coming approximately 19 centimeter here for me, and here it is about 4.5. So why this is important? Because we will making the grids of 0.5 centimeters each. So if we know the exact size of the paper, the grids can be planned accordingly. So I'm plotting the size grids of size 0.5 centimeter. It's a little time consuming process, but for sure it gives a very neat and a very symmetrical look to the mandala patterns that you make. You could also do freehand if you want to. Now marking the grids at the corner helps in making the patterns very easily, otherwise you will have to make the points in the entire paper. So I'll show how making this in the corner helps. So you begin from this corner to this corner, you join the line. Similarly you go down here, come to this corner, and then over here. So now when we join from corner to corner, see this corner to this. And then here also we join it. And this corner as well, we join from one end to the another end. So we have this grid pattern made. So if we count the points from the center, there are 11 points in over here, because the pattern that we are going to make here today is going to flow on both the sides. So we really need to know what's the center point over here. So I have 5 total 10 blocks, so it will be 5 on both the sides. So we have 38 blocks on this side and 10 blocks on this side. Now we'll begin by making the patterns. Now if you could see here, the line is a little bit towards the shorter side. I mean the width of this block and width of this block, it's a little shorter. So what we can do is we can either ignore it, it's absolutely fine, it's handmade, so this kind of things are really okay, or in case you want, you can push this border a little towards here and cut out the corner. I am going to leave it like this and make the patterns. So to plan the patterns, what we can start doing is, you can start making the petals, because that's the pattern that I am going to make in this mandala. So I'll begin by using a 0.3 Unipen fine liner pen. So we'll make these petals. The next petal, so I have taken 2 grids. You could take either each separately, or you could take two grids each. So 2 grids makes about 1 centimeter. So this next pattern I am going to take just 1 grid. And then comes the next grid. This also is going to be a single grid pattern. And the next one. So if you see, we have completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So we will stop it here and we will do the same repetition from this side as well. So now before we make the patterns, I just want to finish up the border line. So what we are going to do is just follow the pencil lines and make the border. So this way we have completed the border. Now let's begin by making the patterns. Now if you have seen my earlier video, I have told that to make a pattern look neater, it's always better that we do a double lining. So I am going to do this double lining in all the petals that I have made. So similarly, I am going to make the double lining in all the petals. So like this, we are completing the double lines on all the petals. Now this in itself is giving it a very neater look, if you can see. So now we'll start making the petals or the patterns. So the first pattern that I am going to make is going to be a simple leaf design. So I begin by dividing the petal into two halves using the guiding grid line, and then I'm going to make the slanting lines on both the sides. So first we'll complete the first section. And then go with the opposite direction. And then we are going to do the opposite side. So one pattern is complete. So now we have completed this pattern on one line of the bookmark. Now the second pattern that I am going to do is we make two semicircles here. And then I'm going to make another semicircle like this and make a pearl pattern. And then now here I'm going to make a pattern like this. So any white spots can be just shaded lightly. It gives it a more finished and a polished look. So now our second pattern also gets completed. So the next pattern that we are going to draw is make curves like this on both the sides, then a semicircle, and like this. Now with the summers approaching, you can engage your kids by encouraging them to make bookmarks like this or any patterns of their own choice. If there is any particular pattern or any design that you would like me to draw, do let me know in the comment box. And please do take a moment to like, subscribe and comment, and do share the video with your friends and family in case you like this. Your every like, your every comment, your every subscription does make a lot of difference. So please consider doing that. It will encourage me to make more videos like this. So this completes our another line. So now one more line is left, and then we'll take it to the other side. Now for this pattern, I'm just drawing a circle in between. If you see, there is this plus mark which is forming. So in the center you make a circle like this, then you make a flower like pattern by joining the like this. So whenever you make a flower like pattern like this, it's always helpful if you make 4 sides like this. It will give you the exact center point and it will make the flowers more even and symmetric. So any white gaps, they can be filled, or if you don't like them filled, you could leave it as it is as well. So when this kind of a center point comes, you just assume how it would look like from the center. So you make a half flower like this. So one part of the bookmark is complete. Now similarly we need to finish the other side as well. So we have completed both the sides, as you can see, and it's really looking pretty right now. Now this the space which is left in between here, you could either do a pattern, or to make it a little more appealing, you could use any of the colors of your choice to highlight it. So I have this acrylic Fevicryl's pearl metallic colors, which comes in the shade of pearl gold, metallic copper, rust, and pearl silver. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pearl copper as well as gold will really look good on this. So before we get to that coloring, we need to first erase out the pencil marks which is there. So with a light hand you erase out all the pencil marks so that it looks a little more neater. So as you can see, the entire pencil marks have been removed. So now with the help of a brush, I am taking 00 here. And filling out. So as you can see, the first filling itself has made it stand out. It gives a very classy touch to this bookmark. So like this, we have finished coloring this section. I hope you're also finding it equally beautiful. So to add a finishing touch, I'm going to color the border with black, plain black. Whenever you are using colors like dark, any color for that matter, it's always better to use a paper or something below the surface in case you are working on a paper, because it will not make the surface untidy. Whether you're working on the floor, whether you're sitting on the table. So we'll allow it to dry. And once the center portion is dried out, if you feel that the paint is overlapping the lines, so you could just darken the inner line so that it gives a neater look. Be sure that the color has dried out first, otherwise it will become messy. So now, as you can see, this bookmark is ready. Now you could use this as it is, or in case you are planning to gift it to someone, you can get the bookmark laminated from a nearby stationery shop and add beautiful tassels like this. These tassels are easily available on Amazon, and they are available in all the different colors. So you could use the color which you feel is most pleasing to the eyes and goes with the color of the bookmark, and decorate it with that. So I hope you enjoyed watching this mandala bookmark, and do try it out by yourself. And in case you do try it out, do let me know in the comment box, and you can even tag me on Instagram. My Instagram ID is rohininaarayanan1482, and do share it with your friends and families, and do let me know how you felt while making this bookmark. I'll be really happy to know that. So thank you for watching, and till the next video, take care. See you. Bye bye.